Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm at Six Flags Great America in Gurnee, Illinois. I'm gonna do a Fright Fest video here. And here's the front of the park, the Columbia Carousel, and you got the blood pool here and everything. And this video will go into nighttime like my other ones. I'll take a tour around the park, see what we got during the daytime, and then I'll transfer into the nighttime. And the park just opened. There's people piling in right now. So here we go. I'm going clockwise around the park. So got a bunch of the headstones here by the carousel. There's some on the other side too. Got that giant pumpkin creature over there. That's animated usually. We'll see if it's animated later tonight. Oh, here's the entrance to Orleans Place. You always got it, the gateway always decorated here. We'll see later if there's fire coming out of those things. I don't know if anybody's noticed. It hasn't been here in a long time, in several years anyway. But they opened all this out here. To the left of the carousel when you first walk in. You used to have trees and stuff. This was all opened up so you can go around that gateway now. They've opened the park up quite a bit over the last couple of years here. See, they got the Looney Tune characters out here. Right here, when you first get into Orleans Place, right before the go-karts, got prop here. Got a cool setup. And then you got the ambulance over here. And Big Lou's Italian beef. They're not open right now. But that's a good beef sandwich and that Italian sausage sandwich in there if you ever go in there. It's where I cash in my seasoned dining if they're open. I always go in there first if they're open. Yeah, we just entered the Mardi Gras section of the park, which was Orleans Place in the past too. They just split it up here, and we got this here. Ferris wheel with a Mardi Gras face there. Over by Johnny Rockets. It's decorated here a little bit. All right, in the Mardi Gras section there, we got Six Saints Cemetery, all the rides that are long gone from here, and we'll walk through here. Got a little sign out here. And I remember all these rides, I rode them all. I got the bird cages here from the Sky Whirl. That's a big mist ride here, the triple Ferris wheel, On a hot day, we'd cool off during the Marriott era on that one. And a Buccaneer Battle, that has been gone recently, and that's where Wrath of Rakasha is. Yeah, Vertical Velocity 2. It's the Flash now. It's DC Comics section. Tidal Wave. I remember Tidal Wave. Everybody liked that one too. I rode that that coaster actually in Kentucky Kingdom. The last year Six Flags was there. That's, you know, in Louisville, Kentucky. It was Greased Lightning down there. I rode it like 20 times in a row back in 2009, but that's not even at Kentucky Kingdom anymore. Last I heard, it's in storage somewhere sitting there. You know, a shuttle looper coaster. East River Crawler, that was the Lobster before that, and it's the Lobster today. That was just a Batman theme next to the Batman the Ride coaster. Shockwave. Bro, that one I was in the front of the park where the Superman Ultimate Flight is. Rode that many a times. There's one left of that style coaster. It's in Six Flags Magic Mountain in California. It's the Viper. I got a video of it up there on the channel if you want to. I can put it up on the end menu here too. It's all 7 inversions are all in the same order and everything. This was the biggest of the 3 they built. Shockwave was the smallest, which is not much smaller. I think that's Yankee Clippers at the water ride. That's Aquaman now because of DC Comics. And here you got all the headstones from all the other rides. Yeah, that was the second carousel they had here years ago. That's over by the main gaming section back in the Marriott area. They put Revolution there where that was, and that's not even there anymore. They got the big Sky Striker there across the blacktop there from where this used to stand. Last I heard, this was in storage also. And Power Dive over there. That used to be right over there on the other side of those balloons where King Chaos was and Mardi Gras Hangover. I remember that being over there. There's many rides that were over there. I think Edge was the first one, or one of the first ones, the Edge. That looks like Splash Waterfalls back there. There's a few of those rides running at other parks. They removed that one at the St. Louis Park several years ago. I think it was called Tidal Wave. They got a haunted house over there now during Fright Fest. The old time cars here. That's where the X-Flight is. Where those cars used to be. There used to be a game room over there they tore down. Here's the other ones. There's Revolution. Here's the other cars. Everything with a beginning has an end, folks. Z-Force. I was here a couple years and then was moved to, I think, Magic Mountain. I was there for a little while. Now, Goliath is there today. Iron Wolf was there before Goliath. Iron Wolf came in after this one, I think. There's Iron Wolf. That coaster's still alive. That's at Six Flags America in Bowie, Maryland. I got a video up of that. It changed themes a couple times there. It's not a stand-up anymore. One over there is the Apocalypse, and now it's, trying to think, Firebird. It's not a stand-up no more, but it's the same coaster that used to be there. Be here, actually. But I rode that. I got a video up on the channel of that one. The Orbit, originally Orleans Orbit. They used to be back here where the Roaring Rapids, years ago, Marriott era, used to be like back right here behind that bridge right here. That's where this originally was. It was like a green or a bluish green or something. And then they called it the American Orbit, but these rides are getting too old to rebuild, I guess, and stuff. They got newer versions of this, like the Supergirl down in St. Louis. It's basically the same concept, but you're sitting outside in like a bucket seat, doing the same thing you did on these. I rode that one too. And here where the the ride cemetery is. There used to be a ride years ago, and you used to cross right here where the Joker ride. They moved that bridge or walk-through over there. They moved it to make room. They reconfigured the walkway. Used to walk through here somewhere. Right here, originally in the Marriott area, they had the Cajun cliffhanger. It was like that floor drop that went around in a circle. And they ended up removing that. I heard it came from Riverview Park, but the outside part wasn't from Riverview. Just all the internal parts. I'm not sure how true that is. I wasn't finding any information at the time on it. But here's where Raging Cajun used to be, here in this area where the Joker is, and you used to walk around the right side of it this way, where the hearse is. But that one's at Six Flags America in Bowie, Maryland also. Still the same theme, same coaster, a mouse coaster. I got a video of that too. That park's scheduled closed permanently at the end of the season. That's why I went down there this year. I spent 3 days down there just to absorb everything. Got videos up of that park down there. I'm gonna head and walk. We'll head over to DC Comics, see what we see over there. Yeah, this is what used to be called the Yankee Clipper, but it's the boat ride here. We got a log one too, which is almost the same course. It's Loggers Run, that's still here too. It's on the other side. This used to be Yukon territory, this little chunk here, part of Yukon territory, but they made it a DC Universe. That's why it's 3 themed. The vertical velocities, they had red and yellow one. It was like a blue and yellow, I think. But it's just rethemed, still here. There's the Joker coaster they're going. Yeah, right here used to be where the Lobster was, the East River Crawler. And that's moved where they moved the where the Orbit used to be also right now. The Lobster's still going. They rebuilt that ride, it looked like. So it's an original Marriott ride that used to be here, and that's on the other side of the park in Hometown Square. Or is it actually County Fair, I think. It's over by the Wrath of Rakasha now. Yeah, where Batman, the ride is, that used to be where the tidal wave was, right here. They removed tidal wave to make room for this for 1992. Put the Batman coaster here. This is the original one out of all the other parks. The other ones are clones. Yeah, this was used to be called a Whirligig. They themed it for the DC Comics section though. You know, the swing ride. DC Super Villain Swing. And right there is Aquaman Splashdown. That was the Yankee Clipper. Hey, here we go, another prop. That's something the Joker, the Riddler, would have, maybe. More likely the Joker. Yeah. Joker, probably. Well, they decorated this. Gotta see what it looks like at night later in the video here. And this is the Yukon Territory area. All right, Forbidden Forest, Yukon area. My guess is the chainsaw guys are going to be here tonight. They'll come through here definitely. Yeah, where this go-kart track used to be on the front of the park. Had Bugs Bunny National Park here. Fort Fun, I think it was before that. But that's been long gone. Moose Burger's gone now. It's Yukon Barbecue Pit. That's in the back there. Yeah, Yukon Barbecue Pit. I remember back before COVID, you used to get burgers here, and then they have a topping bar. You could put it, you know, whatever toppings you want yourself and everything, but COVID changed everything. And here's Loggers Run. That's the log ride. Still here. Looks like it's open too. That's cool. There's people in line over there. I got an old video of this up though if you want to see it. There's no line, of course. You don't want to get wet when it's not that hot out. Then we're going to be going into the county fair in a few minutes here. Camp Cartoon is still here. And then over here in the county fair section, here's Goliath. That used to be where Iron Wolf used to be. The stand-up coaster was here for 21 years before this one. This one's been here, I think, 9 years now. The old Iron Wolf coaster, like I said before, it's at Six Flags America in Bowie, Maryland. That park's scheduled to close at the end of the season. And it's not a stand-up anymore. It's called Firebird now. But it's this coaster that used to stand here is what's over there. And then the store here, Thrill Seekers, that was the gift store next to Shockwave. That used to be where Superman Ultimate Flight is. You can see the corkscrews in the blue color. It was a blue track, that coaster. And there's another sign on the side of the building. I mean, you see remnants of Shockwave in the park today. And here's the other sign. Thrill Seekers, that was over next to Shockwave, where you went in to get it when you left the ride, the exit. There's Fiddler's Fling there across the way. That ride was rebuilt. It's Fling of Fear because of Fright Fest. We used to have a cable ride that came across over here to the other side of the park too, a sky ride. And it's right where Superman, I think it's either the entrance of Superman Ultimate Flight or next to it. I didn't pay attention when I walked in, but I used to have the bucket ride, the sky ride on the cables. And you can see in the background here, I'll walk up to it where it used to be where you got on the ride on this side of the park. They had Eagle's Flight, and then I forgot when you got the other side, what was called. But if you go on a website, greatamericaparks.com, you'll see everything on the old Marriott era. Yeah, the train station used to be, I think, over to the left over here. This used to be a picnic area too, before Z-Force even was put in. They had a Ferris wheel here, and I think the train station they moved over to make room for Iron Wolf when they put that coaster in. But that's where the train station is today here. And then that barn building right here, this is where you got on the cable ride. It's a funnel cake, and they had cotton candy, I think, here at one time too. But you used to get on the cable ride in here, and you'd fly right over Fiddler's Fling. Where this tree was way smaller back then. I think you came right across over this tree at one time. But look how tall it is now. From 1976 through 1983, I think, is when the cable ride was here. They had a taller one that went from Orleans Place all the way to where Southwest is, but Southwest Territory wasn't here, and it was an automatic turnaround, and you came back over. I think it was over, it used to be over where Raging Rapids is. That's where you got on that one. It was a taller one. And that's where you got on. And later in the daytime video part here, I'll go find where the entrance is to the old, the other side where when you got on this cable ride here. Here's a big game section. They probably got a haunted house in there right now. But this was a giant game section. You see these concrete slabs here. There were games here too. But they scattered games around the park a little bit here. today, but this was a big game section. I remember you used to be able to get those little mirrors as prizes. I got a giant Pac-Man mug that's like a half-gallon size Pac-Man mug I used for drinks and drinking out of from 1982, from when the Marriott era. I still have it today, and I still use it today too. I don't bring it anywhere where it's going to get broken. This is where Revolution was. And also right here in this area was where that merry-go-round carousel used to stand back in the Marriott era, in this area here. But they opened this up real nice here. I like how they opened everything up here. There's Sky Striker, the new one. They had that Daredevil dive over there, and then the platform that used to be there had a ride called Big Top. That's called a Ricochet in the Southwest Territory now. They moved that years ago over there when they built Southwest Territory. But it used to be that Ricochet ride used to be there, and it was all yellow, and they called it Big Top. It looked like a top spinning around with the arms flying out. And right here in this area, see where the X-Flight track is. That used to be an arcade over there. You can save tickets over the season and get prizes and stuff, gadgets and prizes. In the bookcase they had there, the showcase. I used to stand right here where the fence is. I used to be right here where these supports are. And then you had the old-time go-karts, old-time looking cars. The track one here. I think there's a piece of track you could still see somewhere over here somewhere too. I don't know if they removed it. I remember this place here used to be called Pizza Orleans. Marriott's had pretty good food here. They had a good thin crust pizza here years ago. Or not Pizza Orleans, but I can't remember the name. Pizza Orleans was an Orleans place. But it used to be right here, now it's a drink station. Yeah, here's another view. This is where the old-time cars used to be, go-karts. And then years ago, you had Splash Waterfalls, which is like the wave at what was it, Valley Fair, and then like the tidal wave one over at Six Flags St. Louis. Used to be back here, and there was a bobsled type of coaster here that was here back here somewhere too. It was Rolling Thunder. I don't know if anybody, if you remember it or not, but it was like a bobsled type of coaster.
You go with that?
But that didn't last long here neither. Yeah, the food the food court looks the same. Just different stuff here. Right here is the Wrath of Rakasha. The new coaster this year that opened up sometime in May, I believe. I got a video of this up there. I had a few shorts of this one too. There's another prop. But Buccaneer Battle was here, and then you had, I think, Deja Vu, a coaster that was here. Then you had Sky Whirl, that triple Ferris wheel, those birdcage looking buckets we seen earlier, and where the ride graveyard was. That big triple Ferris wheel was over here too. I think we walked like that way though. They redid all this. I like how you can still walk through here. This was a fun coaster too, guys. All rides get old and they have maintenance, safety, and parts issues, so you got to get rid of them. I'll come back here. I'm going to go through Southwest Territory anyway. There's a loop you go around, meet on the other side of this coaster. I'll walk through there first, see what we got there. Oh, there's some more props. You walk through, you go under the demon track over here. This is like a gauntlet you go through later tonight. Take a walk through here real quick.
are.
All right. Come through here when it gets dark. We'll see what it looks like. I heard the train earlier. I know it's running. I know they removed the relocated the track down here when they put X-Flight in. Remember that? Used to go come around a curve more over here. Yeah, a piece of this, I believe a piece of this corkscrew here from Demon was a piece from Shockwave also. That's another remnants from Shockwave in the park today too. Used to squirt water up at you, and my guess is the rust over the years from water squirting up. Here they come right now. Used to be called Turn of the Century. It was a white track. I think the cars were red and blue or something, red, white, and blue, back in the late 70s. And then 1980, it opened up as a Demon. What you see here, they had two camel humps where the two loops are on the Demon. The first two loops were like hills. And it was the Turn of the Century. It was a bicentennial year theme in the park, you know, back then. There's another remnants of Shockwave in the park. I think it's over by the Wizard. It's the spiral staircase. It's like a maintenance staircase. That's over there somewhere. You know, there's a few like the Thrill Seeker sign I showed you earlier. All right, in Southwest Territory, gotta see it's decked out a little bit. That's the Ricochet ride I was telling you. It used to be called Big Top. That yellow's, a little yellow still on it. Got to see what this looks like at night over back here when it gets dark. Looks like Raging Bull is getting a new paint job. Most popular coaster here, 201 foot tall. I think it does about 67 miles an hour. Well, this is where the Lobster is. This is once where the American Orbit and the Orbit, previously Orleans Orbit.
Give it 3 shots over here.
I don't see nothing over here. We'll wait till it gets dark. I'll head towards the carousel. Alright, we got Hometown Square here. A little bit decorated. Looks like they're gonna have a show up by the train station there. Or is that a haunted house? I'm on the other side of the double-decker carousel here at the headstone. Oh, next be dark out. Well, it started raining a little bit out here, folks, and they got all the coasters shut down because of threat of lightning now, but looks like on the radar that it's all going to be passing shortly here. So I just got to wait it out. It's starting to get dark a little here.
Do humans ever learn? For years I have come to harvest the souls of the living. Every year I bring new thrills to terrify you. And like moths to the flame, you return every Halloween season, never learning your lesson. Turn back now. Go home to the safety of your beds. If you do not leave, you shall see horrors beyond your wildest nightmares. Great America is not the same. For tonight, this is our playground. We feast on your fear. We drink your screams. There is nothing more satisfying than your torment. This is your last chance. Go back from whence you came or face my wrath. So, you choose to remain. Yes. I can smell your fear. I shall conjure my most unholy abominations and unleash them upon you. Nods, demon overlord of the deep. Awake, spirits of the dead, from their eternal sleep. Make children scream, whimper, and weep. From the watery depths I call, from graves and tombs, break through the spiritual wall. Come forth and consume them all. Rise, rise from your graves. We have a bountiful harvest ahead of us. Go forth, spread yourselves amongst the park. Do you still dare to enter this cursed place? Prepare to face your ultimate fear. Lurking in every shadow is a ghoul waiting to steal your soul. Like hounds, they can smell your terror. They can hear your heart race. We have taken control of the rides, turning them into twisted machines of doom. The buildings you flocked to for shelter are now dwellings for my haunts. There is no safe place for you to run. No safe place for you to hide. Your soul will be imprisoned to join the ranks of my army, terrorizing great America for generations to come. Step forward and embrace the challenge that awaits you. For tonight, I present Fright Fest at Great America, the most terrifying Halloween celebration throughout the land. Be afraid. Be very afraid. We shall show no mercy. Humans ever learn? For years I have come to harvest the souls of the living. Every year I bring new thrills to terrify you. And like moths to the flame, you return every Halloween season, never learning your America is not the same. For tonight, this is our playground. We feast on your fear. We drink your screams. There is nothing more satisfying than your torment. This is your last chance. Go back from whence you came or face my wrath! So, you choose to remain. Yes, I can smell your fear. I shall conjure my most unholy abominations and unleash them upon you. Nox, demon overlord of the deep, awake, spirits of the dead, from their eternal sleep. Make children scream, whimper, and weep. From the watery depths I call, from graves and tombs, break through the spiritual wall. Come forth and consume them all. Rise, rise from your graves. We have a bountiful harvest ahead of us. Go forth, spread yourselves amongst the park. Do you still dare to enter this cursed place? Prepare to face your ultimate fear. Lurking in every shadow is a ghoul waiting to steal your soul. Like hounds, they can smell your terror. They can hear your heart race. We have taken control of the rides, turning them into twisted machines of doom. The buildings you flocked to for shelter are now dwellings for my haunts. There is no safe place for you to run. No safe place for you to hide. Your soul will be imprisoned to join the ranks of my army, terrorizing great America for generations to come. Step forward and embrace the challenge that awaits you. For tonight, I present Fright Fest, Great America, the most terrifying Halloween celebration throughout the land. Be afraid. Be very afraid. We shall show no mercy.
All right, that show, folks, is every 15 minutes on the hour here, starting at 6:15 p.m. Just to let you know if you come over here. That was pretty cool. All right, now that it's gotten dark, we're gonna, this is Carousel Plaza, walk to the left, clockwise around the park and check it out now. Yeah, foggy over there. Got all the fog machines going. All right, the entrance to Orleans Place. Got the fire going there. They flare up every once in a while. There we go. There's a flare up. Got a few monsters walking around over here. There's another monster.
Is it a zombie?
No, it's not a zombie. Is that a monkey?
Oh, the Condor ride looks pretty cool at night. That was another rebuilt one. It's got sound now, where they fixed the sound. Never noticed that one before. All right, going under the railroad bridge, the Mardi Gras section.
Hello, uglies.
Here's one of the haunted houses. They had the water running earlier at Roaring Rapids. I don't hear it running now. All right, coming in the DC Universe. Check it out. DC Universe. It's foggy over here too. I got some fog in areas here. All right, entering the Yukon territory here. The bridge. Yeah, County Fair area next to the Goliath and the train station here. It's foggy over here. Gotta watch where you're walking. Sky Striker looks good, cool at night here with the lights. They renamed it Sky Slicer for Fright Fest. I like these rides. These are cool rides, man. Some fog over here.
I'm guessing that's enough.
Look behind you, the scary things.
All right, I'm by the Wrath of Rakasha coaster, and the demon's right there. So you can only go one way through the, to Southwest Territory because of the Fright Fest stuff over there. So I'm gonna walk around through Southwest, do the loop here, through there. So we'll walk through here and I'll walk around. Now we're coming through the Southwest Territory from the hometown square side of the territory here. It's like one way through here on Fright Fest. Coming through the other side of Southwest Territory where it's one way only this way, so I had to do the loop around, check out what's going on over here. The demon corkscrews are there on the right. There's one. Here's another one. There you go. all right. Oh, I'm in Hometown Square. Yeah, it's kind of, this is like the dead part of the park. Everybody's where the action is on the other side, where the chainsaws and all that is. But the stage looks pretty cool on the train station here, Hometown Square. Yeah, they've been test running Max Force today. You know, it's been closed. Probably working on brakes or something on it. And they go down for a reason. Gotta rebuild stuff or, you know, maintenance or something, or safety related issues. Going back by the Carousel Plaza, and yeah, we had rain earlier that chased a lot of people off. All the coasters were down because of threat of lightning, but you know, you got to do what you got to do for safety. But the carousel looks pretty cool, the Halloween color. Well, that concludes our video, folks. Thanks for watching. Please share, like, and subscribe. Those little things help the channel out and help us grow. Feel free to click on a video or a playlist on the end menu there when it pops up. Till next time, so long, everybody.